and gentlemen, we lie, therefore we are. It seems that it is a provoking proposition for everyone to understand. Does April today going to encourage us to tell lies? It is an ethical issue, right?
Yes.
Well, today I'm not here to talk about this. If so, that I'll not be here and I will never see you again. Actually, LOIA represents the important progress in pursuit of our dreams. Let me use my story as demonstration. LO means love what you choose and the accompanying pains. As you know, I am a junior in philosophical department. When it comes to this issue, most of my friends will give me a frown. You look not like a philosopher. Are you losing your minds? Don't you be afraid that you'll be jobless after graduation? It is a quite important issue, yes, but it is not my major concern because 5 years ago, I've been wounded by a simple yet complicated question that is called, what am I? And how shall I live my life in reflection of my own values? Nowadays, our values change as quickly as our recent weather. It seems that nothing is permanent enough to support ourselves and live on without fear. I got panic. For if there's no truth, how should we live on? That's the reason why I decided to choose philosophy as my profession. I hope that I could turn to those great thinkers to help me solve this problem. When I opened the textbook, you could see those famous thinkers smile gently and welcome me as if they waited for me for more than 2 centuries. However, things went on beyond my anticipation. When I gradually digging myself in the theories of those philosophers, I found that they seem a little bit geek-like. Those cynical ways of their thinking, those radical arguments that they offered in order to find out the essence of humanity, and even they could fight against each other across their time and space. So, what I saw is nothing but a group of old men fighting against each other in the grand palace of propositions, comments, arguments, and some emotional injection like, oh, it's nonsense. Oh, you lose your mind. I felt that I'm like a shepherd carrying my innocent sheep and get lost in this grand palace, not knowing what to do. I even despise myself because I got myself contradicted. In one session, I could stand myself to defend one theory. Right after class, I could despise it. I would pretend that nothing can happen. How come a simple wish would evolve to such troublesome chaos? I got helpless and not knowing what to do. Unfortunately, my secret mentor came to rescue. I would prefer calling it a blessing in disguise because it was on my 21st birthday, a freezing rainy day, and the dialogue started with furious facial expressions because he was surprisingly found that a girl having so precious treasure inside her brain, yet she thought she didn't know how to use it. He inspired me and cheered me up with his own life story. He said, I have spent 2.5 years trying to find what I really like. What kinds of things worth my engagement of lifetime? That is a very, very great question and self-exploration. After he saturated himself in fierce terrible, continual interrogation upon himself. He finally understood two things, what he liked and what he didn't like. Then he bravely jumped into other fields, psychology. I asked him, aren't you petrified if you have nothing in return, thus end up in effortlessness? He said, compared to 2 years suffering in research, a steady life yet happy is not worth living. All of a sudden, I was in shock. It is so simple yet so complicated. I finally realized that the things that I scare so much is that I'm afraid I will fail. But because he inspired me with his courage and his life story, I decided to keep on walking, because there's not always rainbows and butterflies accompanying in every move on our lives. Sometimes we need to go alone. And the second means inspiration. As I mentioned above, if someone could inspire us and remind us the courage that deeply lies inside your heart, it is the vital things to make us to move on to the third procedure. It is called erection. How to erect our dreams. The belief that deeply rests inside our hearts. It is the most important thing that we should be emphasized. Thanks to him, I gradually understand lie. Things talking about whether you are honest or not. Actually, there's so much meaning that underlies these 3 little letters. While Descartes say, I think, therefore I am, he used this as the foundation of his theory. For April, I will use, we lie, therefore we are, as the foundation in the pursuit of our dream. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to going to lie? Toastmasters of the evening.